My goodness, I just can't wait for my cookies to finish. Hi friends, I'm waiting for my cookies to finish cooking and they smell so good and I'm so hungry and it's really hard to wait. But while you're here, would you read a story with me while I wait for my cookies? I have one called Jesus Came for Me. Let's read it together. It says, God's people had been waiting many years for the Savior God had promised. With every baby born, the people wondered if this baby was the Savior. Is it this baby? Or this baby? Or this baby? Zechariah and Elizabeth were part of God's people. They were both very old, and they didn't have any children. But they loved God, obeyed Him, and kept on waiting for God's promises. God helps us believe and wait. They waited a long time. Zechariah worked in God's house, the temple. One special day, one of God's angels appeared and spoke to Zechariah. The angel said, God will give you the baby boy that you've been praying for. You must name him John. He will get God's people ready for the Savior. Zechariah was shocked. He said, we're too old to have a baby. How can we know God's promise will really come true? The angel answered, this is how you will know. God will make it so you can't talk until the baby boy is born. Zechariah tried to answer the angel, but no sound came out of his mouth. Zechariah couldn't talk, but now he believed that God really would give them a baby boy. When the baby was born, some friends thought Zechariah and Elizabeth should name the baby boy Zechariah after his dad. But Zechariah remembered what the angel had said. Do you remember what the angel said he should name the baby? He wrote, remember he couldn't talk, he got a piece of paper, started writing. He said, his name is John. Right away, Zechariah started talking and singing. He could talk again. And he said, our waiting is almost over. God is sending the Savior. Have you ever had to wait a really long time for something? Right now I'm waiting for my cookies to bake. But maybe you've had to wait for your birthday. That's always exciting. There's something else we're waiting for. Christmas. It's hard to wait for Christmas. But maybe you made a Christmas chain and you're counting down the days, or maybe your family has an advent calendar and every day you open up a little box or flip open the paper, and it helps us as we get closer and closer because we know Christmas is coming. Well, God helps us to wait, remember, and believe. His promises are always true. It's hard to wait, but we know Christmas is coming. So John grew up and he started telling people, a Savior is coming. Get ready, a Savior is coming. Finally, the day came when God's promise to send a Savior came true. It happened this way. God sent an angel to a young woman named Mary and told her that she would be the Savior's mother. God himself would be the Savior's father. While the Savior Jesus was still in her tummy, Mary traveled with her husband Joseph to Bethlehem. When they got there, the little town was crowded. They could not find a place to stay. Every room was full of people. Someone was sleeping in every bed. No empty beds, no empty rooms. The only place Mary and Joseph could find to rest was in a stable for animals. So Jesus wasn't born in a castle. I mean, if he was a king, he should be in a castle, right? He wasn't born in a castle. And he didn't sleep in a cozy crib. Do you have cozy blankets in your bed and make it all snuggly? Nope, not Jesus. Jesus was born in a stable and he slept in a manger. That's a feeding box for cows and sheep and hay in it. It's all scratchy. That same night, God sent an army of angels to announce the good news to poor shepherds watching their sheep. The dark fields filled with light And the shepherds were very afraid. But an angel said, "Don't be scared, don't be scared. I have wonderful news. Jesus, the Savior, is born. God is with us." The shepherds, they hurried to find baby Jesus. When they found him, they were so happy. They praised God and told everyone they could. Mary was amazed too. She remembered everything that had happened and she treasured the memory in her heart. Will you share the good news? Jesus' birth is good news and great joy for all people. On Christmas, Jesus, our great God, was born as a little baby. We can tell the good news to our friends. Think of a friend or someone that you can tell the good news to. So who can you tell the good news to? I have a fun idea. I was thinking it would be fun this week if you and mom or dad or someone you're with made up a little treat. Maybe you buy a treat or you make something like some cookies. I have some cookies cooking. Or some chocolate covered pretzels or a little something that you like. Put it in a bag, and then you can color a really nice label, a little tag that has the good news of Jesus on it. So you can bring it to someone, maybe a neighbor or a friend or someone who's older, and share the good news. And if mom and dad want, they can go onto the River Kids Linktree and they can print it, and then you can color it in all by yourself and share the good news with somebody. Well, they did a lot of waiting in this book. They waited for John, they waited for Jesus, and he came. Now we're waiting for Christmas, and I think my cookies are done. I'm gonna go get my cookies. I'll see you next time.